Next on Comcast Newsmakers, a festival this summer that celebrates Redmond's diversity. Details coming up. Hi, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Sabrina Register. We are in the Tri-Cities today for the annual meeting of the Association of Washington Cities. And joining me right now, Councilmember Hank Myers, who is a council member for the city of Redmond.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming on the program. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
I want to talk a little bit about Redmond, because a lot of times when people hear Redmond, they think Microsoft.
Yes.
You know, they think of, a lot of people obviously work there, but obviously there's a lot of companies more than just Microsoft, but a lot of people live there as well. They call it home.
They do, and the surprising thing that we have had over the last 20 years is an increase in our diversity. A third of our population was born outside the U.S., and so we have a growing number of people from all parts of the world and bringing a real good cultural mix to the city of Redmond, making it an exciting place to live.
Where are some of these people from?
Well, we have a lot from the Indian subcontinent. We have a lot from China, but we also have a lot from Europe, including Eastern Europe, from people who have come over. A lot of them have joined the technical firms. Of course, we have Microsoft, but we also have Nintendo, and we have several other industries, including Aerodyne Rocketdyne, which makes all of the rocket motors for the Apollo missions and for the Mars landers, and all those little control rockets were designed, built, and tested in Redmond.
So it's a very diverse community.
It is.
As a council member, is it a focus? It's part of a priority of the council is to celebrate the diversity?
We're trying to do that, and more. In fact, we have a couple of really interesting festivals. Earlier this year, we had the Indian Colors Festival called Holi. And if you had gone there, you would have seen me covered with all sorts of different colored powders. But our Derby Days is our big festival, which comes up the weekend after the 4th of July weekend. And
what happens at Derby Days?
Well, it celebrates the oldest continuing bicycle closed circuit course in the U.S. It's our Derby Days criterium, and it is a race that's been going for 75 years continuously. Wow. And it's on public city streets.
And that's something that obviously draws a lot of people.
From all over the nation, yes, absolutely. And then in a few more weeks beyond that, we have another Indian festival called Ananda Mela, which started a few years ago as kind of a small, mostly for ethnic Indians. And it's grown because it has food and dance and all of the cultural, interesting demonstrations that come with that. So it's grown quite a bit, and we're looking at trying to have other cultural festivals, including Slavic festivals and Chinese festivals as well.
And did you say when Ananda Mela takes place?
It's toward the end of July or first part of August.
And that is something that's open to the public?
Absolutely. It's on the City Hall campus, which is a great location. And then, but as I say, there's food booths and there's dancing and there's quite a few different activities that are going on that weekend.
As council member, what else are some of your priorities right now for the city of Redmond?
Redmond is interesting because it was in the news recently because we have the largest increase as a percentage between our daytime and our nighttime population. We have a nighttime population of about 53,000, but we have a daytime population, including the employees who come in, of about 100,000. So in all the cities in the U.S., we have the largest increase. And so we have some interesting challenges, for example, in our infrastructure, our streets and water and other things, to make sure that we have enough supply so that it's not absolutely gridlocked during the middle of the day, but at the same time making sure that we do it efficiently so that we're not having to overbuild or spend a lot of money. So it's an interesting row to hoe because we are having to balance between the heavy influx, particularly of tech people, as well as the overnight population that likes a good quality of life with our parks and the other cultural advantages.
Hank, we're almost out of time. Any final thoughts? Well,
no, I think that the city of Redmond has grown remarkably in the last 36 years. I have been in for 36 years, and I have to say that we have been very, very flexible and accommodating, and we really appreciate the cultural diversity that's come.
Thank you so much, Hank.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Thanks for watching Comcast.